6 GOP candidates are popping up across the state as they attend events there today. Senior national correspondent John Roberts is in Spartanburg to set the stage for what could be an epic battle.
The lights had barely been turned out in New Hampshire when the Republican candidates hit the ground in South Carolina. Ted Cruz boasting that his third-place finish in a state he was supposed to lose badly is his ticket forward.
This is a national campaign, and one of the most important conclusions coming out of these first two states is that the only candidate who can beat Donald Trump is me.
If Cruz has a route to victory here, it runs right through the Bible Belt. 66% of Republicans in South Carolina are evangelical or born again, a group instrumental in propelling Cruz to victory in Iowa. Donald Trump is appealing to the same disaffected voters who pushed him over the top in New Hampshire, as well as the huge military vote here. Ahead of a big event at Clemson tonight, Trump's campaign launched an initial bombing run against Cruz with this new ad.
Ted Cruz, the worst kind of Washington insider who just can't be trusted.
After being left at the side of the road in Iowa, Jeb Bush comes into South Carolina with a head of steam from his fourth-place finish in New Hampshire. Bush has deep family ties here. His brother, the former president, expected to campaign for him. Bush pledging to keep taking it to Donald Trump.
He said, we're going to bomb using a vulgarity. And I, for one, as a candidate for president, here's another commitment to you. Unless I'm caught with a camera that I didn't see, I'm not going to use profanity in the public.
The Bush surge in New Hampshire was the worst possible outcome for fellow Floridian Marco Rubio, who blamed his disappointing fifth-place New Hampshire finish on the now infamous debate moment Saturday night. On the way to South Carolina, he pledged to do better.
In 7 of those debates, I did very well in those debates. I had, a bad incident at the beginning of this debate, and it clouded everything else we talked about. It's on me. So we're going to make sure that doesn't happen again.
A big question in the Palmetto State. How will John Kasich, who finished second in New Hampshire, fare? He has very little organization here and polls in the low single digits. On the trail today, Kasich pledged to resist South Carolina's famous bare-knuckle politics.
So I'm not going to be a pincushion or a marshmallow, but I'm also not going to spend my time trying to trash other people. I'll tell you why. Because if this message works, it's fantastic.
The latest polls are a couple of weeks old, but at last count, Donald Trump led the pack by some 16 points. 50 delegates at stake here in South Carolina, proportionally allocated, but still more than Iowa and New Hampshire combined. Brett?
John Roberts bouncing around South Carolina in Clemson tonight. John, thanks.